Test. Hello and welcome. I'm Nathan42 and this is the live stream. Again, this is part 3. So we have the printer over here. Over here. I was just testing the frame. I don't know if you guys watched the other 2 episodes, but I had an issue with a bit of wobble like this. Now I'm not sure if it is an issue or not. I can't tell. I can't tell right now. Hopefully, if it is an issue, it will flag it up in the pre-processed thing that happens. And I found out that if you move the printer along on any of its feet for like the slightest amount, it does not really like it very much. So I will turn it on its side. Oh, and by the way, I did do I did do some out of time finishing, so you guys might notice that the printer has its head attached. I'm just putting the feet back on at the moment because that's taken off to test the frame stability and stuff. If you guys are in the chat, say hi so I know you're there. That'd be cool. Yeah, so we had 4 feet. 4 feet back in now. There we go. There we go. Okay, so we have these are the motor plugs and stuff over here. We have the massive cable coming down from the top. This is the Y motor cable, and then we have over here this big bundle of cables here, and that goes to the head. Now there's a lot of things that plug into the head. Well, as you can see, I guess, if you look at it from this angle, I can't change angles here like other YouTubers can, because I've only got one camera at the moment, so I'll have to kind of tilt it so you can see. So this is the front on. Oh, that didn't sound too good, did it? Huh. Oh shit. Yeah, that's the front on anyway. So there is a filament hole up here. You can put the filament through. From last time, you could see that I had the black Noctua fan. So it's just a black Noctua fan that come with it this time. It's not the standard Noctua colours. Maybe enough people complained about it looking different that they actually did something about that, and made it so the head is just one black lump. Hello Dean, welcome to the live stream. Yeah, so the extruder at the bottom is looking really good at the moment, and it is a proper E3D hot end as well that comes with the extruder. got the little authentication sticker up here. Don't know if that's gonna focus or not. Yeah, there we go. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is I'm just going to roll on with the rest of the build. So we'll move that forwards so it's kind of in the way. Move all this stuff out of the way. And next up is the LCD screen. So we'll assemble that and that will go to the front of the printer, which is actually that side. So we have these parts here. Let's open them up. Okay, so here's a big protective bag for the LCD screen. Hopefully it's all fairly intact, or perfectly intact would be the preferred option. So, yep, that is all of that. Now there should be a few, yep, there's some nuts and screws. We have in here the main board, or the main screen board. There is also some silica gel. I mean, the bag was open, so I don't know if that will be a good or a bad thing. And an SD card, 8 GB. So that's good. There's nothing else in that bag, so I will throw that to the side. Okay, so now we have the screen here. This is all actually plugged in already. I thought I would have to do this. This is kind of strange. So okay, before you start, please ensure the cables are plugged in the correct order. To the slot called EXP1 must be the connected cable with one black stripe. There's a black stripe. Oh, it's down here. Down here. Wow. Wow. It's literally just someone has used a marker pen and gone across it once. So, I mean, that's right, yeah, okay. So slot 2 must be connected cable with 2 black stripes. That is correct as well. Okay, there is an updated version of the LCD connectors which are now connected perpendicular 90 degrees to the board. Oh. Functionality remains the same. See the second picture. That's the one that I have because I guess it's brand new, so it makes sense. Okay, so assembling the LCD supports is step 4. Let's put that together. Now these are very nice printed parts actually, and I guess it does seem to be very similar for all of the orange parts, but this is a very clean part. I might have my light might be too close, I'm not sure if it's blowing the stuff out. But yeah, we have the front face like this. If it's right in the middle, it should focus, I think. But yeah, that looks pretty good. I really like that. Also, bear with me, it's been a long day, so I've got some coffee here as well today. Coffee. Okay, so the guy has the screen facing downwards with the 2 cables trailing off southwards. So what we'll do is we will connect this one to this side. It's very strange they make it so you connect it straight to the board. And this one doesn't have any flat bits under it, so I'm guessing this will go onto the other side. Yeah. There we go. That's the wrong way. Okay, so this one wants to go right to the edge there, so that it's in line on the end with the SD card holder, which is there. Screen's there. There's a nice film on the screen as well, so we'll get to peel that later, I guess. I'll move this in. Prepare the LCD controller and LCD support printed part as shown in the picture. Slide the LCD support part on the controller. Repeat the steps above for the second part. Ensure the correct orientation of parts and the LCD controller. The exact position will be adjusted later. No need to worry about that at the moment. Excellent. So, next we need to press this onto the screen. So we will... Oh, bloody hell. Hold that way. It seems that is supposed to go here like that. And that fit nicely. That fit very nicely. I want you to kind of adjust the position of the sports if needed. Ah, right, so they're not in properly yet, so we'll push this down. Oh god, that's nerve-wracking. So... There! It popped in nicely. Nicely enough anyway. Okay, so now we have these bits in. I think the rest of it is clipped under. I'm not 100% sure. Look at this. Yeah, fairly strong. I can't seem to push anything else down. You can feel the button down here when you press this, which is quite nice. A nice solid click, so that's a good board, I guess. And that is it for that, I think. Press the LCD controller with the sport into the cover as shown in the picture. Adjust the position of the sports if needed. Okay, yeah, press it as deep as possible. The LCD controller must click under support in the center of the LCD cover. It has done that. Excellent. Okay, cool. So now it wants you to put... okay. This is going to be the awkward part. And I don't mean, it's not going to be difficult. It probably won't be difficult whatsoever. It will just be really awkward. That's going to be press fitting the LCD to the front of the case. So let me just move all this stuff out of the way. We don't want to put that over there because that is magnets. And oh, I don't know if you guys know this. I won't test it if I was you, but magnets, because they are flash based. No, sorry, SD cards, because they're flash based, should not do damage to or get damaged by magnets. Now, obviously, as I said, I wouldn't like to test it, but apparently it is the case. So that's quite interesting, I thought. Okay, so now it wants you to secure the controller in place with two 10 screws. Ah, right, okay, I didn't see that part. They go into the bottom left and bottom right, so we'll try that now. Here. There's going to be a few awkward parts coming up soon, I'm pretty sure of it. Okay, I'm just trying to push this in nice and quickly. I've had to use a lot of Allen keys over the last week. A lot more than I'd prefer to use anyway. And I really don't like Allen keys. Apparently I could have used like a hex key or something, not a hex key, a Torx bit to actually drill them in. I might actually give that a quick go, because I do have a Torx drill here, or drill with a few Torx bits anyway. Are they Torx? They might be. If anything, they'll be them ones. I think this drill is also a bit screwed, so they might not work properly. Well, they seem to fit in. Now, excuse my drill. It's this little thing here. It's not very good. It's really, really not very good. But I got it for like a tenner, so I mean you can't really complain when you get it for that price. Right, tighty. Oh my god, that is actually working. This is when I put it in. Oh, I pulled the freaking key out. I hope you can see all of this. I hope you see all of this, because that would be really bad if you can't. Now, I mean, it did work, and I'm fairly surprised at that. I could have saved a lot of time with screwing and unscrewing stuff if I had tried that. Is it about the same size as my last one? It's the same size print bed. The surrounds are slightly smaller. So, yeah, the electronics and everything like that are better enclosed, I guess. Yeah, so if you want to include everything on the last one, probably a bad way to do it. It's probably about 2 or 3 inches, not less wide, I guess. I'm actually quite surprised at how quick the chat comes through in reply to what I say. So it's I did a test earlier, and I said test, and I heard myself on the stream literally about 5 seconds later. So that's pretty cool. Yeah. So next up, we need to put these bits in there. Now that they shouldn't come out now, right? I don't know if they screwed into anything, in honesty. Because I didn't even look for screw holes before I saw them. Before I put this board in, I just kind of put it in. So next up, I need to put the 4 nuts into the holes on here. So just down here like this. Now there's usually a bit of like crud in the hole, which stops you from being able to put stuff in it very well. And look, they've made the holes so they face the same way, so you don't have to like somehow magically keep it in when you turn it up the other way. That's really smart. I'm really happy about that. That is not the right size. So with this part here, when you're trying to put the screw holes in, it's very good actually to just kind of get the screw that goes, the Allen key that goes through it, and just kind of wiggle it in the hole, because then it kind of just lines the bolts up nicely. So next up, we need to screw it on. So in case you haven't assembled any anti-vibration feet, the printer will be resting on the mounted holder. Let's move that back. Oh god, we don't want them to be cut up. Let's move them that way. So we go 1. Okay, 2. 3 and 4. Now this is probably going to be an awkward one to film, because obviously I've only got one camera. and all that stuff. But I'll move if I move that back, I move this massive head out of the way. You do kind of forget how big the head is on this, because it's compared to my other one. The other one's just like literally the bottom bit of this and a fan. This one is freaking everything in one. It's massive. But it does look really neat, so I've got to give it credit. Credit where credit's due. They've done a good job with making the whole unit very, very neat. Huh? You know what? I can't believe this is actually working the way it is. It's it's actually just kind of working. Chris, if you ever watched the stream, thank you for giving me that tip. It was really, really useful. Okay, so I'll twist that. Twist that. Twist that. I mean, it's done them quite tight anyway. Oh, yeah, that's it. There we go. And that's the front behind. Wow. You know what? I should have been using this thing the whole time, because it just literally, it makes sense to me now. Like I should have used that. So this says the screw should be facing that way, and you just plop it. Oh god, plop this straight on, like so. There we go. So it's got a little lever thing in it. It'll do its little twisty. Oh, SpaceX. Okay, so there's gonna be another launch from SpaceX. Thanks for reminding me on my watch about that. I did ask you to do that. I'm sorry. In case you haven't assembled the feet, yep. Locate the holes for the M3 screw. Place 4 through. Tighten all 4 screws. Perfect. That is done. That was fast, wasn't it? That was fast. You know what? That was good. I'm really happy with that. Check the final picture. Compare it to. Check the final look of this. Compare it to the picture. It looks exactly the same. Oh, here we go. You can see it as well. There we go. Now, there we go. Next up is heat bed and PSU assembly. Now, I've got like an hour to do this, so hopefully I can get this all done. I want to do that, the main board, the power supply. But the power supply will be after the heat bed, I think. But yeah, and that is what I'm hoping to do. I do have a slot tomorrow that I can use if it's not completed. But what I'm hoping to do, what I might do, if you guys are watching right now, I want to set this all up. I'll set it to do its like self-test, self-configuration, all that stuff. And then if it all goes well, if it all goes good, I might do a live stream tomorrow of the actual printer and its first use, its first print. I mean, there's a lot of ifs there, so ifs and buts and stuff. So we'll see how it all does actually go. But yeah, that is my semi plan. That is my plan. So yeah, if you guys enjoy this, definitely stick around for tomorrow for the first print that I do. And we'll see how it goes, I guess. Yeah, so let's get on with it. I need to push. You need those pliers for the heat bed assembly. 2.5mm Allen key for M3 screws. Allen key for heat bed alignment. Yep. Unpack your heat bed and check which version you have. Without solder cables, please proceed to step 3. With solder cables, please proceed to step 6. Well. Yeah, this is without the soldered cables. I don't know where or how you get one with the soldered cables, because that was not an option. That was not an option when I was buying this. I didn't say, do you want it to come with a... Oh, there's a Allen key stuck to my bed. There we go. Move that out of the way. Yeah. So what I will do is I will lay this that way. No. Ah, man. Does this stick to the bed? To the. There we go. Alright, so we'll leave that there. Do not print directly on this surface, it says. For the following step, please prepare all the stuff in this bag, pretty much. That's a lot of screws, nuts and stuff. Jeez. This is gonna be a busy one, guys. Right, yeah, so we have these that will screw in circles. These will have to go up there onto the actual heat bed. I had a quick read through to make sure that I should be able to do all this today. To connect the power cable connect correctly before you start assembly, have a look at the pins. The one on the left with G and D must be connected to the black wire. You've always got to make sure your ground is connected correctly. Now, what things does it say I need to do that with? Place the black wire above the pin. I'm going to pour this out over here. Okay, so, I mean, that's all the stuff that's left. It doesn't go off the screen, it's just power supply, electric box. There we go. Damn, it's hot in here. I'm just going to have a sip of coffee quick, so I can, you know, be as efficient as I can. Okay, I just drank a lot of coffee actually. It's important. It's important to have your daily caffeine, even when it's like 7 o'clock at night. Place the washer above the connector cable. Press the M310 screw through all parts. This is interesting. Wait, is that an actual screw? No, it's not. Ah, that's very weird. So we've got an M310. There's a washer on the picture. It doesn't say anything about a washer, so I don't know where it's going, where it's playing at. Does it say that on the previous page? Yeah, so you've got the heat bed, the power cable, 2 10s, 2 washers, 2 nylock nuts. They're the N nuts, so I think that's the hex one. Or it might be these ones. Ah, yes, it's the ones with the little rubber bit inside of them. Oh god. Okay, 2 screws, 2 2 washers and 2 nylock. Ah, yeah, of course, nylock nuts. There we go. So black is ground as always. I mean, we're not idiots. Okay, let's washer the screws up. Okay, so ground is black. VCC is red. Now, time to screw them on. Let's do both of them, I guess. Oh, these ones are magnetic. That's good to know. Oh god, I'm sorry, I'm doing this right behind the frickin' Motor. Jeez, I'm not always good at this. Ah, Windows Defender did not find any threats. Excellent. That's always good news. That is always good news. Right, now we have this. What we need to do is just... Ah, yeah, of course. It's that's the other one. Oh my god. Wow. I mean, it might be slightly more stressful to use the drill, to be honest. God. Okay, let's move that. Now we have these two connectors on the bed. Ah, they are very tight. They are very, very tight. Let's just try and line them up a little bit more. There we go, perfect. Now, you can't really see. There we go. Perfect. Now they both look good. And they're both flat. Like the world. Oh dear. Yeah, so that is that done. Before moving on, make sure red goes to VCC, black goes to GND. Yep. It's definitely tightened to the heat bed. It's very tight to the heat bed. You guys can hear me okay, right? That would just be the worst. If like I've not been, if nothing has been coming through this whole time, that'd be really bad. But no, audio input capture is up, so that's fine. Okay. Next up is, sorry, this little block. Ah, I see. Okay, so what they want me to do is to get these nuts forced into them, into the recesses. So, yeah, you have to do the old standard tighten something up. Where'd I put where's my bar gone? Here he is. Yeah, so we'll just tighten these up. This could probably be the perfect time to use the drill. I feel bad about using it, you know? Like, it just feels like I'm not making the machine if I'm not doing it by hand. But, you know, I do hate, sorry, hate's a strong word. I do really dislike Allen keys. So it's really nice to be able to have this as a thing. Have I been doing any of this in the frickin'... Oh god, I better put one of the feet out now. Fine, it doesn't matter. Alright, so we need two more of these nuts. Oh god. Oh dear. I just can't remember what I said, sorry. Alright, so in... and out. Last one. Yeah. There we go. think that one's filling the hole. Ah, that wouldn't be good if it was, but I don't think it is. It's not going to fall out. Nah, it's fine. Yeah, it's fine. I bet that's annoying to listen to. Is that really loud on the thing? Yeah, so up next we need the heat bed, again, welcome back, a textile sleeve, so that's this thing, the M3N nut, I believe that is the 3 that I just put through, 3 of the screws, so we need, not that one, 1, 2, 3, and the heat bed cable cover. These are both the same thing, apparently. Okay, that's cool. That's really good. So how do we start this? We start this by doing the bit that I just did. I kind of jumped forwards. In case the power cable is fixed by screws, not soldered, the heat bed cable cover slightly differs from the picture, but the following assembly process is identical. Insert the M3 nuts in the printed part. In case you can't press the nut in, don't use excessive force. Take the bolt and thread from the opposite side as you tighten the screw. Yeah, pull the part in. In case your power cable is fixed by screws, the heatbed cable cover slightly differs from the picture, but the following assembly process is identical. Okay, cool. So, yeah, I'm guessing this is some kind of strain relief that we need to use to make sure that, well, we don't strain the cable, I guess. So this is from the bottom side. We want to have this like that. Is that like that? Why would it do that? Huh. Why? Yeah, now the bit with the 3 is on the top. Place the heatbed cable cover on the heatbed to cover the soldered cables and LED. What? Wait, will this go here? It probably will, won't it? It'll be like that. What's the third bit for? Place the tighten the covers to the heat bed using the screw. Oh, okay, I see. So this goes underneath. It'll go underneath. Like that. Like that. And then it needs one of these screws to come through. No, I am still wrong. It goes like that. And that thing that I did was actually completely wrong. I need to slightly unscrew these so I can bend them in. God damn it. Okay, cool. God, okay. So, from a different picture, there is one nut and this is there, like that. Ready and waiting. And there's a screw going through the middle here into that piece at the bottom. Okay, that is good. That's really good. I like that. So that is hooked on. It will hold them kind of there. And I can kind of guess where the other two go, like this, there. And then they'll still be visible. Oh, damn. Okay. Be careful not to pinch or break any wires. So that's why there's a tiny hole at the back, is because is this right? Is this freaking right? I can't tell from these pictures. They are awful. Really freaking awful. So bad. That's a bit better. Okay, no, so the free... No, it is wrong. It is absolutely, it is wrong. There we go. Okay, fine. I guess they are fairly similar. But no, that is wrong. Because this part is meant to be on the top. And that doesn't really... That don't make sense to me, but fine. We will do that right now. Well, it does fit nicer though, this side. I'm just going to assemble this slightly off the camera, just so I can get it over and done with a bit quicker. God. Okay, so that is nice and tight. Them two bits are in there and stuff. Now it wants me to run that through there like that, which I shall. Yeah, so it says do not stretch the black wire, black/white thermistor cable. Leave some slack under the heat bed, so when the heat bed moves during print, the cables won't get stretched resulting in disconnection from the center of the heat bed. Guide the black thermistor cable next to the heater cable, and wrap it a few times around. Okay, so it wants you to do this. It wants you to leave it a tiny bit of slack, so it's like that. And then pinch it here, give it a couple of wraps. And that should be it. The thermistor is in black or white colour, their functionality is the same. Now I want you to use this cool little cable thing. Use the textile sleeve and wrap the cables from the heat bed. Start by a few centimeters of the sleeve. Oh. Hi Laura. Oh dear. Yeah. Use the textile sleeve, wrap the cables from the heat bed, start by a few centimeters of the sleeve. When the first wrap is ready, slide it inside the heat bed cover. Okay, let's do it. There was like a really cool, easy way to like kind of slide this thing on, but I forget how you do it. It's kind of like this. Oh, god damn. Nearly there. But yeah, there's my 4 there's my 4 centimeters. Um, Out of the sleeve behind the heat bit cover. When the first, can you see this? Let me move that back a little bit. When the first wrap is ready, slide it inside the heat bit cover. Ensure it's at least 5 or 6 millimeters in. Yeah, I'd say that's about there. Maybe even more. Before you continue with wrapping the sleeve, we need to fix it to the cable cover. Please proceed to the next step. So you want to put that there, like that, bolt that in. Bolt it in. There we go. Cool. So, what is it saying there? Place second part of the cover on top of the textile sleeve. Make sure the thermistor cable is in the middle going through a cutout in the printed part, otherwise you will pinch and possibly break the cable. Oh, that's very important. Insert 2 screws, M3X10, and tighten them. Proceed with caution and tighten both screws equally. That's very hard to see if there is a cutout there. There is definitely a cutout there. Wow, this is really awkward to... there we go. It did say do them both. Oh dear, okay. I hope I don't damage this printer, man. It's a very nice printer. Now I need to check this from the outside after I've done this. It will tell me how I've done. Okay, so there's definitely a gap there for it. It's not in any way damaged. That is nice and tight, apart from that side. So we give that another few turns. Perfect. Maybe the left side needs a half a turn more. There we go. That is that. There we go. Oh, that is good. I like that. Okay, so yeah, it needs to... you are supposed to cover the 2 heads, and that does really make sense, because there'll be a huge amount of voltage going through them. So if you accidentally just leant on the print bed, it'll probably like give you a shock or something if you touch both. So yeah, you don't want to do that. Now finish wrapping the cables into the textile sleeve. Okay, once done, slightly twist the sleeve, not the cables inside. The sleeve will evenly wrap all around the cables. Oh man, you know what? If it wants to work, it'll work really well. And I'm off the camera again, of course. If it wants to work, it'll work really well, but it doesn't want to work right now. I think I did this with my old printer, my first printer, and I had the exact same issue, actually. Or it might have been the second or the third, I can't remember which one it was now. But it was one of my printers. Okay, it's 20 past 7. Not bad timing, not bad timing. I am halfway, probably more than halfway through the part that I was hoping to do today, I guess. But this is taking forever. Come on. Oh, that helped. That was really good. Alright, nearly done. Oh god. Okay, now it says twist the whole cable. Well, not really the whole cable, but like the whole wrapping bit. There we go. That's nice. That's really nice. It's like a proper cable. Now, finish wrapping the cable into the textile sleeve. When done, slightly twist the sleeve, not the cables inside. The sleeve will evenly wrap all around the bundle. Perfect. Oh dear. Oh, this is going to be the struggle. This is going to be the really hard one. This is what I've not been looking forward to, but also really been looking forward to, because this is when the bed connects with the rest of it. This is when two become one, and then I have a fifth over there, which will come on. Right, so this is going to be an awkward one, so please bear with me for this. For the following step, please prepare 9 M3 14Bs. Now, what ones are they? Okay, they're the cone head ones, so I should have 9 of these. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, one more, there it is, 9. Okay, so that's 9 of them. Due to updating the manufacturing, might come with 12 or 14mm, the function is the same. And 9 spacers, which are these big, well not big, these tiny circle things like this. Believe it or not, there's no springs on this bed, which is a very weird. It's like the first thing. It's the first time. Sorry, can't give me words. Can't do words. It's the first time I've ever seen a bed which doesn't have any kind of like bed level function done from the bedside. But I guess if everything is lined up perfectly, then why would you need that? Like if it was all perfectly flat, it shouldn't really be necessary. So we'll find out, I guess, if that works, and I'm guessing it has, because otherwise they wouldn't be selling them. Okay, push the Y carriage to the front and place the heat bed behind. This is interesting. Ah, there's the cable in full, and the heat bed with the part at the top. In case you wanted to see that. Right, so put this goes here like this, and it is, of course, attaching itself to the no, actually it should not be attaching itself to these. No, it should be. I think it should be. If they are magnet, then it's like hardened steel or some shit like that. I forget which one it is. Locate a hole in the center of the Y carriage. Place 1 spacer on the top of the hole. There we go. Perfect. That is it. Bed done. Push the Allen key through the center of the hole. On the heat bed and place it above the spacer. Oh, I need to use a smaller one for this, I think. I think because these have been next to them other magnets for so long, they have taken the magnetism. Use the Allen key to align all parts. After the alignment, insert the screw instead. Tighten the screw slightly. Oh, wait. Wait, what? Place 1 spacer on top. Push down the key from the middle hole in the heat bed and place it above the space. Oh, I see. So, yeah, fine. Okay, cool. So, I want me to do this. Oh, shit. Where are you going? God damn it. Wow, that is a bit awkward to do, actually. After alignment, insert the screw instead. Wow, this is going to be a really this is going to be an arduous task. I'm pretty sure. I'm really sure of it. Take that out. Put that back in. Ha. Oh no, mate, that has gone in. It's gone into something. What the hell is that for a screw head? It's not. Wait, what? Is there all this? Is this the wrong size? It might be the wrong size. Alright, let's bring the other ones over. That one's bigger. Well, that fits a bit better. Okay, so this heat bed uses a different size one. Hello, where are you going? Okay, it probably says don't tighten them fully. Yeah, it does. Oh, there we go. So now it's a bit flippy flappy. We can kind of hope for the best, and we can go around the outside and slowly slot these under and into the right place. So it does say, what does it say? Do the edges first, then the corners. Tighten the screw just slightly. Move to the right side of the heat bed. Place another spacer with the plier. Push the pliers between the heat bed and the wire carriage. Use the end key to align. After the alignment, insert the screw and tighten it slightly. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. Ow. There's the hole. The hole. Oh, that's in there. Wow. Okay, this is going quicker than I thought. We'll go the opposite side, I guess. You know what? This isn't as hard as I thought it'd be. I thought it'd be a lot harder because we are attaching a metal heat bed with no springs to a metal surface with also no springs. Move to the right side, place another space with the pliers, push the pliers. After alignment, insert the screw and do it slightly. So just say do the rest. Using pliers, insert spacers and screws into the remaining holes. Don't fully tighten the screws. After the screws are in place, Tighten them in the following order. Center, first 4 edges, last 4 corners. Okay, cool. So that's that one done. You know what? This is not anywhere near as bad as I thought it'd be. I'm going to do the front just because it's easiest. I might have to turn it around to do the other side. I'm even starting to think if I could probably do it without aligning the thing through. There we go. Yeah, I can. Okay. Now this one. And this one. If you look straight down, you can look straight through the hole and through the hole in the bit underneath the bed. The subframe, whatever you want to call it. I'll put it all the way back, and we'll do the back. Now this one's going to be a bit harder because there are cables near it, but there we go. Wow, I mean, still not that hard. He says, I just make sure there's no cables underneath that. No, it's fine. It's fine. Wow. What I'm really glad is that you don't have to. Oh shit! Where'd that go? It just kind of flew. Oh no! Where'd that go? There it go. Ha. Ah, I'm actually nearly done on this part. I thought this would be so hard. I thought this would be really, really difficult. Now for the last one. Let's get this bit here. This is when like the last one is just really impossible. Oh dear. After all screws are in place. So yeah, now all the screws are in place. Perfect. Tighten them in the following order. Center screw. Does it say screws? No, it's a screw. Good. First 4 screws go to the edges. Let's go front. Back. Wow. Left. It's your left. Right? I think. Oh god. It's stuck to the bed. Okay. Oh. And right. There we go. Now the corners. So we'll do the back corner, which is the most riskiest one. We'll get this one out of the way. Let me just make sure there is no pinching of cables near that. No, there's not. Oh god, this is so magnetic. It's absolutely insane how much it just clings to itself. I can't wait to stick that other that metal sheet onto it and see what happens. It's gonna be good. That's that one. Do opposites. So we'll do bottom right, I think. Bottom. Yeah, bottom right. So I'm trying to call it as it is, which is upside down. So you can see on this actual bed sheet as well. It does say do not print onto this surface. So you're not supposed to print onto the surface. There's a heart sign. I think that means pacemakers. I'm not 100% sure, but I think that means like be careful. Like if you have a pacemaker in. There's one here that says it's hot. I'm guessing. And there's one at the top that just says caution. Like be careful kind of thing. Now, I mean, it's good that there is all this safety around it, and it tells you as well in like a rule. Like 00, 50, 100, 150, 200, 250. So that's the size of the bed, so it's I always thought it was 200 by 200, but it might be a bit more than that then. Maybe, well, it says 25 by 210, I guess. There's like a extra boundary up there. Alright. It's nearly there. Nearly there. Oh, that's the last one. Okay, so I go back to the opposites. That's not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere. That's not going anywhere. This one. This one. This one. This one. This one. There we go. Perfect. So the heat bed is now on. The heat bed is now a part of this printer. Excellent. I'm so excited. Next up. Well, I mean, what else could be next? Oh, the power supply, of course. Oh, I was thinking it'd be the main board, but no, it's just definitely the power supply. The electronics are there. They're literally 2 pages away. Guys, we need to do 3 sections in one day. This is crazy. Like, before today, I have done like pretty much half a section each time that I've done this live stream. And today, I'm on the road of doing 3. But I suppose they are smaller, so obviously, give and take a little bit. Oh no, oh god. Yeah, there we go. So, that's a large cable. Just flap it over the top, shall we? Now this needs to go here, obviously, because that's where we set the mount little screws for it. So long ago when we started this off, which was on, I don't know what, like Tuesday? Was it Tuesday? Or was it last week? I don't remember now. It was definitely not last week. It was this week. No, it was last week. I think it was last Thursday or Friday. Last Friday. Sorry, oh god, I can't believe it was so long ago. I thought I would have completed it for the weekend, I really thought I would have finished it for the weekend. Sorry, I just had a drink there. Okay, so for the following steps, please prepare the 24-volt power supply with cover. M4 10R screws with dome heads, with dome head, and 2 M3 10s normal. So yeah, we've got the 2 dome heads and we've got the 2 normal. There's also 2 other screws here, which I'm guessing will come in handy for the next bit. Oh god. Yeah, so what's this saying? Wait, no, that is it. Huh. Okay. Locate 4 mounting points on the Y and Z frame, or the YZ frame. Place the PSU on the frame and secure it with the M410R screws. Don't tighten them completely. So we want to stick this. Oh god, stop it. This is a very awkward place. Oh, I can just... I forgot I could do that. Okay, place this against this wall, it pretty much says. Use the dome heads. Stick them here. There we go. Another one down here. There we go. Now, what size are these? These are normal size. Okay, so it says don't tighten fully. Why are they doing the dome ones here? I don't get it. Why would they use the dome ones there? Is it just for look's sake, or is there like a specific reason for that? Yep. So next up, slide the PSU holders under the PSU cover. Okay, so we'll push that one over there. And then we can kind of that and like that. There we go. Secure the PSU. Oh. Secure the PSU with 2 M10 free screws. Don't tighten them completely. You'll want to be able to move the PSU on the mount to properly line up the other mount. Reseat the PSU and then tighten all 4 screws. Okay. So yeah, we'll drop one of these in. Frickin' hell. Of course I did. Let's drop that in the hole. I'm so lucky I have that. Oh god. How are you supposed to do this? There we go, fairly tight, and then we'll fairly tighten this one. Then we're going to push that up against the wall. There we go. Secure the PSU with 2 screws, don't tighten it completely on to move the mount properly line up with the others. Reseat the PSU. Yeah, so we'll just tighten all 4 screws. Yeah, so we'll do this one. Oh, we must have 2 Allen keys at the same size. Just one has this little extended bit on it. There's 1, 2. 3. I could do a little bit more. That'll do. That'll do. Okay, perfect. There we go. Wow, that was really good. Just one more chapter and the assembly is done. Check the final look, compare it to the picture. Wow, yeah, so that was a lot of stuff this time. We had, well, pretty much everything that makes the printer a printer, a real printer anyway, has now been added So yeah, that's pretty crazy. That's pretty incredible. The wires need to go underneath, it seems. So I'm guessing there'll be a lot of like zip ties and stuff like that. So I'm going to do a real quick version of the last page, and this might be a long one actually. This could be too long for this episode. What I'm going to do, oh, God damn it. Yeah, I will have to finish this up tonight, but probably off stream. I'll start it either way. I'll start it now, but what we'll do is we'll get a couple of pages in, and I'll just finish it off, and then I'll come back tomorrow, and we'll have a hopefully ready board, ready to print our first print with. So that would be really good. That would be really good. Oh, they're saying that this part doesn't really seem to have that much in it. It's just like a load of freaking. Although I don't know if I could bang it out in 10 minutes. I'm not gonna lie. It's really nice not having that massive heat bed there anymore, though. So that is good. So yeah, let's get the parts. Let's get it out, shall we? Let's get it out. So here we go. There's that part. Here's the actual thing, and the screws and that. Let's lock that box away. Yeah, that's literally all the parts that are left. I do have an SD card down here, which you can put into the side of the frame. Somehow. There we go. Now the SD card is in the side. I'm not going to leave that in there, just in case, because I don't want to. I don't want to knock it out accidentally and damage it or whatever. But yeah, here we go. Let's take a look. Let's look what we got here. I'm going to put the screws and stuff over here. Right, that's LE Mark 3. That's cool, that's good. So what we need now is, move that over here. We need, not this one, this one. This one. Rabbit door cover and the hinges. So it seems that you have to hinge it onto the thing, so you can kind of open it up if you need to. That's quite cool. I guess that's a neat feature to have, because sometimes you do need to get to that board. Hopefully I won't need to ever get to it, but just in case I do, I guess it's always good to have it accessible. Oh jeez, that's getting heavy. Oh. Okay, so now we need some nuts for this, or just one, actually, just one nut. An M3N S nut, so that's a square one. So we'll grab that. So it goes into here. So what we're going to do, we can use a small screwdriver to push it in if needed. Yeah, no, that looks good in there. It kind of pinched in, so that's how you know it's going to stay there. That's a really good thing. That's on here, by the way, so it's in here. Put a little 9 there. Check the proper alignment with the Allen key. It's probably a good idea, to be honest. There we go. Turn the rear side of the printer towards you. Yep. God. Damn, that's getting heavy. Now I'm going to move this away from me again. The head is absolutely huge on this thing. I'm not going to even slightly lie about that. Yeah, I don't know why I said that. Okay, so we need two M3N hinge times 10 screws. So from here, holes with blue arrows will be used to mount the hinges. So that's the bottom. Okay. So there's the two. There's the bottom one here, and then there's one there, and one down here, and that's the other two. That's fine. Okay. So the bit which is the smaller bit, drive a screw through it. And then what we need to do is attach it to here. Now how does it want it? And put the screw through. Now there is a cutout for the screw head in the printed part. Locate the hole for the lower hinge. Place the hinge on the frame and tighten the screw. Down here. Pretty much in line with the bed. The hinge must be facing upwards. Okay, good. Place the Rambo door cover on the lower hinge. Is that right? Well, it feels like it's backwards. How is that supposed to sit? Huh? Oh, because it's upside down, that's why. Yeah. Sorry. Silence in the halls. It's concentration time. Okay, that's cool. So this bit goes into here, and that bit will fit into here. Nice and tight. Yeah, I'll go back down and tighten the bottom one out. There we go. And that kind of turns. It'll stop there, and it will open up to there. Can you even see that? You kind of can. There we go. That is the door hinge. I don't understand why they'd make the door face the bed when you could make it face the opposite way and have all the electronics outward facing. Unless the board is actually connected on the door. But that would make a lot less sense. So we'll see how it goes, I guess. So yeah, up here it says before. Haha, excellent. Love one of these freaking things. Right, there's a cutout. Look at the hole for the lower hinge. I've done the lower hinge. I've done the upper hinge. Place the Rambo cover on the lower hinge. Take the Rambo to the top one. Assemble the hinge and mount it to the frame. It's there. It's there. It's done. Excellent. Oh, it does really. Feels really nice actually. Before proceeding the Rambo cover, please take the remaining small spiral cable from the package. That's this one. Wrap it around the expo motor cable. The spiral wrap is shorter than the cable. Spiral wrap is shorter than the cable. Is it? Oh yeah, slightly. What's it say after that? Tells you about the two different boards. Right, just as I wrap this in here, I will need to start wrapping this up very shortly. Oh dear. So this is a really thick one actually. I don't know why, but it is a lot thicker than they normally are. Maybe it's because it's so short. There we go. The wrap is on the cable. There are two designs to the INSI board. See the pictures to recognise your version. LCD connectors are used differently on the INSI Rambo board. Well, that's great. So bang the board out now. Here he is. Whoop. Now this is our main board. This little thing. This tiny little thing here. This is what powers the Prusa i3 Mark III. Can you believe it? This tiny little thing. Well, I guess for most big machines and stuff like that, it probably is about the same. So we have version A, because we have these bits down here. Oh, excuse me. Version A. The daughter board is pre-assembled in the factory, do not move it. Yeah, I don't know why. There are two versions for this, and I have version A and there's a version B. So I don't have an older version of the printer, so I don't get why that is the case. But there we go. It is the case, it seems. But either way, here we go. So this goes up here. There is no functional difference between both solutions from the user point of view. The connectors are just shifted to a different position. For the following steps, please prepare. I will do like one or two more steps. Yeah, and then I'll need to call it a day. But we have made a lot of progress today. We have what looks like a full Prusa, if you look at it from that side, because you can't see the main board, I guess. So yeah, the cover base, the motherboard, M3N nut. That is a round one. That's the hex nuts. 1, 2, 3, 4. What do you need them for? Oh, and 6 M10 screws. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Wow, okay, so we're pretty much done all the assembly for this time. Let's just there's literally just like a few more things to go on, and that's all done. Insert the 4 nuts in the nut trap. Oh. Again, they call it like the worst thing. Is it best to do the nut first or the screw first? Use needle nose pliers to help position. Oh, that's a good idea. That's a very good idea. So yeah, what you can do to position these really quickly is to just kind of push them in with a little tiny bit of brute force. So you can go like that, and that'll push it into the hole. Now, I mean, always not recommended, but it can be done. And as long as it doesn't shift direction, it should be fine. So there. That did not hold at all. There, and the last one is here. Now obviously you can, if you really wanted to, use a bit of tape over where the screw goes in, just to make sure that it stays there. It's probably a good idea, but I'm not going to do it this time, just for speed's sake. I've turned it over and they haven't fallen out, so to me that is a good sign. I'm very close now to having this all nicely prepared. Right, let's do the opposites first, as you should. Oh, there's like a reset button there as well. That's pretty cool. It's very rare that you see something like that. Oh god. And then the last one down here, that one just kind of fell down the side of the board, and that's just the worst. There we go. One more. This is going to be an awkward one to gain, I think. God. There we go. Nicely in. Don't forget to check all sides equally. There we go. Perfect. Slide iron Z inside the base and tighten it with the 4 screws. Tighten the screws carefully. You can damage the board. Use needle nose pliers to position. Oh, it's these. Of course it is. Alright, let's mount it to the printer, and then I will call it there. Okay. Just double check. Okay, yeah, sorry about that. So, yeah, I will do this last tiny bit here, and then that's actually all the parts assembled. All I need to do then is to attach all the plugs and zip tie everything up. So that will literally be the end of the build. It's just cable management for the rest of this actually. Yeah, so PSU, power supply, connecting motors and stuff. So that's all the easy bit, but I will do that later. I'll get the printer calibrated and I will come back after I've done this. God, I keep forgetting what I am doing. Where's that? It's a plastic circle. Okay, so that is equal to the other one, and so the 2 equals. mean, I guess you can't really see anything I'm doing right now anyway. I feel kind of bad. I am really sorry for not having all the like camera angles set up and everything like that. Unfortunately, I don't have an editor and stuff like that. So, like, if you want, you can always follow me on Patreon and help fund a noble cause for one man and his 3D printer in order to become like two men and some 3D printers, so we can teach you about 3D printing and stuff. That would be great. I'd love to do that. But anyway, yeah. So, sorry, I just Lego talk. Lego talk. Before mounting the base on the frame, take the cable from the X-axis motor, see the yellow label, and plug it in the INC. Push the spiral wrap on the slot and leave some slack of the cable along the board. Don't stretch the cable. So I guess that's this top cable here. Oh, so it goes in the side. That's interesting. Why would it do that when there's a perfectly good holder on top? Oh no, it does. Does it? Does it? It might. I don't... So it goes in here. There we go. So, yeah, it goes into the side. Like that. And it says, before mounting the base on the frame, take the cable from the motor and plug it in the INC. Now this would connect to the top left one. Push the spiral wrap in the slot and leave some slack of the cable along the board. Don't stretch the cable. So yeah, that should be enough there, I think. See the slots in the printed part, which would be used for the N10s, 310 screws. They are already on the frame. How do you know how tight you're supposed to make them? That is a really interesting question that I'd like the answer to. Oh, that's really interesting. Huh. Okay, well, yeah, I've pushed that on. Now, I don't get how that is supposed to stay there. See the slot on the printed part, which will be there or in the frame. Tighten both screws. Slide the Rambo cover base on the prepared screws and align it with the edge of the Z-axis frame. Use how am I supposed to do that? Like this? Oh my god, you are supposed to do it like this. Wow, that's pretty impressive actually. That is quite a design. So it goes there, and there's one underneath. I think you can get to it from underneath. Oh god. Ha! And it's on. And you can close the top, or the box. Now, I don't know how that closes properly. If there is some kind of Wow, that's awesome. Okay, so I am going to call it there. I need to call it there, guys. Um, yeah, if you enjoyed this, make sure you subscribe. Make sure you follow me on Twitter because that's usually where I announce this stuff. This is the printer so far. I've just got to plug stuff in and give it a test, which I'll probably do a little bit later on today. But I've got to head out now, so I've got to do stuff. Yeah, so the rest of it will just be zip tying and me, like fiddling with the printer to try and make it all look nice or whatever. But yeah, for now, that is it. Don't forget to subscribe. Damn, I don't need to do that for this because this is a live stream. Here is the back of the printer, in case you wanted to see that. So there's the door. The door flaps open and shut. I don't know how well that's going to go when it comes to you wanting to keep it shut. Maybe there'll be a clip on it or something like that. Or a screw that you can use to kind of tighten it in. Oh yeah, that's definitely what's going to happen. That's definitely what's going to happen because there is a hole through the back here. So yeah, you can tighten it shut with one screw. That'll be cool. Okay, so yeah, thanks for watching. This video will probably come out next week or so because it needs to like I don't know. It might not all get uploaded properly if I put it out right now, so I'm going to put yesterday's one or last one. That will come out tomorrow, and the next one will come out probably on Sunday, I guess. So yeah, I'll see you later.